Hi guys, Alex Taylor here. Tonight we're going to talk about Rory Mcilroy and what is in his bag for the start of 2017. Now I'm doing this video and there's been nothing hard facts confirmed, but I've read in a couple of places and heard from a couple of good sources that Rory had obviously played Nike clubs and towards the end of 2016 had put the M2 driver fairway woods in the bag. But the big first switch for Rory for 2017 is the new driver in the bag will apparently be the Callaway Epic Sub-Zero driver. So I'm going to be doing a review video on this a little bit further down the line, but some new technology in the head, jailbreak technology it's called, which apparently is going to get the body of the driver head flexing less and making the face flex more, so increased ball speed all over the club face. And clearly if Rory's putting this in the bag, he clearly feels it's giving him something more than he's had previously, because he wouldn't now change for the sake of changing. So his first one is he's going for the, like I said, the Epic Sub-Zero driver. Allegedly as well, putting the Epic fairway woods, which I presume will be 3 and 5 wood, in play. Now, irons, even though he changed woods at the end of 2016, he didn't actually change his irons, he stayed with his Nike VR blades. But again, nothing confirmed as yet, he'll be going for the Callaway Apex MB. Now, interestingly for Rory, and there have been some comments kind of alluded to, that the reason for changing the irons is actually he's changing his golf ball. So even though he said he was going to stick with the Nike golf ball for the next 3 years, which I don't think any of us genuinely believed he would, but he's actually going to go and play the new Pro V1X golf ball. Now the issue he had was that with the Pro VX new ball, off his current Nike irons, the ball spun too much, because he felt there was too many grooves on the face, and that extra bit of backspin actually cost him some distance and cost him a little bit of consistency. So by switching into the Callaway irons, he feels he's still got the control with the ball, while still maintaining the kind of distances that he's used to and that he's looking to get with those iron shots. And he hits his irons a long way, so I wouldn't have thought a little bit of distance would have been an issue. But equally, I think with the change of irons, there's a problem with the Nike irons. There's nobody out on tour now. Certainly with Callaway irons in the bag, Callaway Tour truck's there every week, and as long as he feels his performance is there, I think it makes sense that he's playing with something that he feels great support with, that equally still performs well. So his next change, he's going to be going from his Engage wedges into the Vokey wedges. Now, thing with Rory, he's very often played his pitching wedge that matches his kind of gap wedge, sand wedge, log wedge. So it'll be interesting to see with the Vokeys whether he kind of goes in at 47, 48 degrees and then goes 52, 56, 60 and see what wedge configuration he will be. But I think for me, him going with Titleist for his wedges and ball, it's something he's played in the past, he's had great results with in the past, so it makes sense to go back to something that is proven for him, that's only been improved on since last time he played. And the final change in his bag for this year is going to be his putter. He's had some really good results for the Scotty Cameron putter that he switched to at the end of 2016, but he's now going to go to an Odyssey putter that's got a brand new insert in the face. It's kind of been tested a little bit by Phil Mickelson, and there's been some kind of rumblings on social media as to how well it's performed. But I find it interesting because Rory's never used Odyssey before in his professional career. But for me, there's definitely something there. He's currently working with Phil Kenyon. Phil, at his site, does a lot with kind of Odyssey putters. So I think if they've managed to get their hands on kind of the prototype insert, slightly different head, maybe that gives Rory a little bit more of what he's after, that would completely make sense. He's got a great putting coach on board there. And if Phil's very comfortable with something that he's maybe been able to see a little bit before other people, he's probably been able to get that in Rory's hands, you know, hit some putts. They'll have looked at numbers on the Sam Putt Lab, and undoubtedly the only reason he'll be changing that is if he feels it'll help him perform at a higher level than it has already. So everything in the bag, brand new for Rory for 2017. Interestingly, he's not able to sign contract endorsements with any of these companies. So none of these companies presently can make any comment about this. And until he tees it up I think 12th of Jan is his first event. So if you're watching this, he might have already played his first event. You'll see what he's definitely had in the bag. But it's a massive thing for these guys to get Rory playing products. I think anyone that gets driver in the bag with Rory, in my opinion, he's one of the best two in the world. They'd probably be him and Dustin Johnson. If I was desperate to get a driver in someone's hand, it'd be one of those two. Dustin is completely tied up with his TaylorMade contract, which is great for him. He knows how the product works. Rory's kind of been able to go out and test everything and see what he feels best. So we're going Callaway Epic Sub-Zero driver. I think we're going Epic Fairway Woods. We're going Callaway Apex MB irons, Vokey wedges and Odyssey prototype putter. So guys, Rory McIlroy, new clubs in the bag for 2017. Will it be successful? Only time will tell. Will he still have this stuff in his bag in 3 months, 6 months down the line? Who knows? The beauty with being that free agent, he can constantly be trying anything new to the market, trying anything. So what's in the bag for Rory could definitely be getting updated quite a few times this year. As ever guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Something a bit different. Follow me on the social media platforms below. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down in the future. Stay in contact.